Hey darlings, it's your girl Brittany, and I'm here and ready and just excited because this is Britt Says Season 1, Episode 1. You probably seen the promos and you're like, oh my god, what is Brittany about to do? What is this next venture? Here we go again. I'm here, I'm ready to run my mouth. All I do is run my mouth. So it was just inevitable that I did this. But let's just get to the topic at hand. And I just wanted to kick it off with this because I just feel like, let's start off with dating. Let's start off with relationships. Let's start off with men. Why not? Shout out to the fellas, because I know some of y'all might listen. And I want you to listen to this podcast today. And I want you to take something from it. And I want you to pray on it. Because we ain't doing the broke niggas this year. Not next year. Not today. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Okay, I'm just feeling like, if you don't have a job, what would possess you to talk to me? Like, you don't have a job, you don't have a career, you don't have a vision. I feel like you shouldn't be trying to holler at me. You should be trying to holler at a job recruiter. You should be trying to holler at Indeed.com. You should be applying to a job. Y'all need to stop coming into a woman's life and really just breaking it down, tearing it up, and just shaking her life into shambles. That's what y'all do. That's what broke men do. They take your life, they break it up into pieces. We already don't got much money, and then you want to take it. You need sneakers, you need to fix your car. How broke people be having cars? Like, I was trying to really figure that out. Like, where y'all get money from? Like, and they be getting it from their girlfriends. Broke men, y'all need to stop finding women as a form of income. Y'all have to cut that out. Y'all cannot keep using us as a form of income. We are not a paycheck. We are not direct deposit, okay? Like, seriously. Like, and women, we need to stop being primary caretakers for grown-ass men. Like, dead serious. Now, for me personally, I am cheap. So I have never, ever been a primary caretaker for a man. I have never, ever gave a guy hundreds of dollars. Have I been asked for money? Yes, I have. Am I with that guy today? No, I'm not. But do I know girls who have given up money, have put up cash for a man? Yes, definitely. And has those relationships last? No. I mean, it's one thing to give your husband some money, even maybe a boyfriend, if you was with him for over 5 years, but it's just like, if he has a job and he needs to borrow money, that's different. But it's really dudes out here who really need to get a job. Like, they never had an application, never been on payroll, never had to call HR, honey. Never a day in their life. But you want to talk to me. You need to get a job. And I just feel like this year, as females, we really need to stop doing that. Like, we need to stop being so desperate for love and attention and maybe marriage or whatever you're seeking. Maybe you're seeking kids. Like, stop being that girl. Like, don't be her. Be something greater. Like, you should never be dating a guy and within a month he's like, yo, I need a favor. Can I borrow $200? First of all, if somebody asks me for $20, I'm gonna need to know what's going on. Like, the most you can ask me for is $5, and I ain't gonna ask too much questions. But if you ask me for $20, I'm gonna have to ask you, you good? Everything? I ain't you in trouble with the feds? Like, what's up? Like, no guy should be asking you for over $20. Like, dead serious, and feel comfortable asking you for money, like, as a grown man. Like, you really feel comfortable asking a female for money? Nah, like, who raised you? Like, dead serious. Like, who really real life raised you? Like, what would make you feel like it's okay to get a girl, use her for her money, for her roof, for her food, just everything about her? And there's really guys out there like that. And I want all my ladies to really be careful. Like, really, really be careful. Like, y'all gotta do better. Like, y'all are not a piece of paper. Y'all not a check. Y'all not direct deposit. Y'all need your own money. I need my money. I barely can take care of myself. You think I'm gonna take care of a grown ass man? Like, come on. Let's be serious. Like, let's stop being so desperate. And the reason why so many men do it is because we allow it. And I really believe a lot of guys use women as a form of income. And we just gotta cut that out. You feel me? Like, it's easy to get a job. Well, it's not easy. It's maybe not the job you want. But, like, go get your little job, doing a little retail, doing a little fast food. For me personally, I just love a guy who has a job. Because to me, it shows me that you have just this much sense. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like one of the top reasons why it's so hard, well, we know some of the top reasons why it's so hard for at least a black man to get a job. It's just the incarceration. Usually a guy who can't get a job, he's probably been to jail. It's hard for him to get a job. But there's programs and stuff for that. So that's no excuse. And like I said, if you a woman, you thriving, you doing you getting this money, why would you ever waste your coin on a grown ass man? Like, realistically. Like, talk to me. Like, let's talk about it. Because I'm just confused. And I feel like this year we not doing that. Like, we really not doing that. Like, for real, ladies, listen to me. I'm not tolerating it. You not tolerating it. I do not want y'all giving out your coin. I feel like when you start dating somebody, nobody should be asking nobody for money. Like, I don't even... When has that become a thing and why? Like... Why? Why is that a thing? Like, I feel like we shouldn't even be thinking about income, none of that. Like, we should be just straight up dating. Like, but it's just so many dudes out here really asking girls for coins. Like, you're a grown man. I remember I was watching an interview with Sinbad. I think it was Sinbad. Yeah. On The Breakfast Club. And I remember he said, if you brought a guy home and he didn't have money or he didn't have a job, your family was scared, honey. Like, you it wasn't something you did. Like, I feel like back then, like, I just feel like men, they just flourish. Like, I don't know what happened from like the 80s to the 90s to now. Like, I feel like you knew to get a job. You knew to work. You like, as a man, you wanted to have a career. You wanted to have money. You wanted to thrive. But I feel like lately, you could definitely meet a guy who's not working, or a guy who's, you know, doing something mediocre. And y'all need to cut that shit out too, all right? I hear a nigga that be like, yeah, you know, my boss, he asked me like, yo, you want to be a supervisor? I'm like, nah, I ain't doing that. My schedule good. You feel me? Like, I ain't here trying to yell at these. Like, sir, like, I'm trying to get a family. I'm trying to get a house, and you trying to be comfortable. Like, you cannot, like, y'all gotta cut that out too. Those are the other dudes I hate. The ones that don't want to progress. Lack of ambition. You have no ambition. You don't mind staying in the same place for comfort. How you gonna build with me and you comfortable in your situation? I can't date a guy like that. I'm trying to build. I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to develop. You feel me? Like, I'm trying to thrive. Like, you trying to chill. But how that work? You know them dudes that be like, nah, I ain't even trying to move up, none of that. Like, I go to work, I do what I gotta do, and I go home. What are you talking about? Like, what do you even mean right now? So let's say you making what, $1 over minimum wage. How are we supposed to get a house? When you gonna get a car? Because you be the only bitch driving. Like, because he making only $2 over minimum wage. Like what we gonna do? How we gonna take care of the family if you want to be comfy? We're not doing that this year. We're not doing this comfy shit. We're not doing the comfy. We're not doing the unemployed. We're not doing the people who never called HR and said, yo, HR, we missed an hour off my check. If you ain't a dude who never had to call HR, who don't know what direct deposit is, wipe your hands clean, sis. We're not doing it this year. Promise you we're not doing it this year. We're not. I'm going around, I'm asking girls, does your man have a job? I'm asking girls, does he have direct deposit? Does he get a paycheck every other Friday? Or every Friday? Shout out to the weeklies. Let's talk about it. Like, for real. Like, we not doing that. Like, and if you a guy and you listening to this podcast, why do you think men are not thriving? Do you know somebody who is not working, like who doesn't work, who really has a job, who stays in and out of a job? Those guys too, the ones, and I know there's some guys like, you want to talk about, man, it's girls that be doing that too. There are plenty of girls who definitely don't work a minute, a day, a second of their life, who definitely have no thought of, you know, thriving or moving up in the company. Definitely, is there a double standard when it comes to women and men? It probably is. It really is a double standard. Like, I feel like for me, I feel like the double standard is really wearing off though, because I feel like back then, if a woman didn't work, she was a housewife, it was okay. And then I feel like a man just had to work. But lately, I feel like men just like, they just don't want to work all of a sudden. I don't get that. And I do feel like, yes, there is women who really, how can I explain? There are women who really don't work, who aren't ambitious. And do I feel like a man should date a female like that? No, not if you don't want to. I don't think so either. I feel like as women are progressing right now. There's a lot of things going on with the women movement. And I feel like too, if you're a female, you're not working. I know females like that. They stay in and out of a job. You know, I think you too need to progress. You don't want to be a bum bitch. Like, come on. And dudes be ODing too. Like, dudes is way worse than a female. Like, females barely say, like, nigga, I made you. Like, a dude will really be like, yo, I'll put you back on the streets. I'll put you outside in your socks, mama. Nah, females be doing that too. We'll do that too. I would. I'll be like, yo, I made you, my nigga. Like, I'll put you outside in your fucking... I'll take your socks, your shoes, your sneakers, your shirt. What's good? What's good? Like... I don't know. I do feel like we all should be working. Everybody. Like, everything is constantly changing around us. Everything is just so much money. Like... Shoot, I feel like you know how, that's the other topic, that's a different topic of discussion. Like, you know how they say, like, do you think a woman should pay rent? And some people say they should go half and half. They think the guy should pay rent. It depends on where you live. It's just that times are so hard. Life is just so expensive. Everything is going up. Like, even the kids gotta work. Like, as soon as my baby could walk, they gonna be paying rent. Let's talk about it. They gonna have to draft me a business, and they business better be jumping by the time they 10. Like, everybody got to be working up at the crib. They got to make a lemonade stand or something. Apple juice. What you want to do, boo? You want to make a cookie? You want to do the dang dash cookie situation? Like, let's talk about it. Like, it is really expensive out here. Like, it's really not. That's why I don't even know how people don't work. And some people don't have places to stay. Like, they rely on their girlfriend or their boyfriend just for a place to stay. Like, woo, Chile. It's hard though. And then I feel like too, it's hard, but it's easy, because I feel like too, in some ways, and I'm somebody with a degree, that you don't even need a degree to really thrive anymore, or, you know, really get it's jumping. Like, so it's really no excuse. And if you need 2 or 3 jobs though, yo, people is really working mad hard. Let me tell y'all, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I'm gonna keep it real. That's what it is. This is Britt says. She keeps it real. Let's talk about it. I got 5 W-2s this year. I had 5 jobs last year. Mind you, I had a full-time job. For me, you know, I got credit card debt. I have student loans. I have bills like car notes, car insurance. So, can I afford it on one job? Yes. But I have goals and dreams. And then sometimes you just want to pay things off quicker. Like, yeah, I could have one job and just pay my bills. But maybe I want to do that faster. Like, I don't want to be like, you know, like, I feel... And for me to have had 5 jobs in 1 year, I feel like people need to get on that wave. And I work with people too that I know have 2 jobs. Like, everybody is having 2, 3, 4, 500 jobs. So my thing is like, low key, high key is no excuse. Some people say they want to work life balance. I'm not gonna lie. When I had 2 jobs, it was very, very hard to have a work life balance. Like, I did it, but it was definitely rough. It was super duper 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 rough. Just, oh my gosh, just trying to create that work-life balance, you know, hanging out with friends, hanging out with family, having to wake up early before you go to work knowing you could have slept in, having to go home and, go to work and know you could have went home. It was a lot. So, I get that, but look, times is hard. You want to build a relationship with a female who you know is going to help better you, who's going to flourish. I feel like those are sacrifices. I feel like having a good career and a good income is also a reflection of, not a reflection, that's not the word I'm thinking of. It's like, you know how you say, I want a good income, I want a good career. And when I say career, I don't want people to think I'm trying to advocate getting a 9 to 5. Definitely you could go up and get up and be an entrepreneur. I'm talking about having a career. But I think, you know how you say, I want more money, I want to be successful for me. I think having a good career, having a good job is also a representation, you know, of the type of female you might want to date. Or if, you know, or the type of partner you want to date. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be a half-ass person and expect to get a amazing woman. Some people do. Some guys get really lucky and they get that. But like I said, you gotta really just commit yourself and work and flourish. I feel like everything is getting so easy now. That's why I want to put so much emphasis on the fact, because I feel like I keep saying get a job. When I say get a job, I mean get a job. I mean find a way to get some income. Lately, a lot of guys find their way of income of playing off a female's insecurities, playing off her emotion, knowing how much she loves you, knowing how much she cares about you, knowing it's like you using her to see what you could get out of her. You're not with her to see if y'all could grow, if y'all could build. You know what I mean? And I feel like y'all really need to cut that shit out. And that goes for females too. Like, straight up. Like, I get it. Sometimes we be like, yo, I don't want no broke man. Like, even making this video, it's like, but I have a job. I have a career. I can say I don't want a broke man because I did. I work hard enough. I don't want nobody broke. What's up? Like, you don't. And when I say, and there's different gaps in being broke, you know. Somebody can say being broke is when you have $0. Somebody can say being broke is when you make this certain amount of money a year. I just thrive off of the fact of someone who really is just ambitious. You could be, cause like at one point in my life, I was unemployed for 6 months. And the thing with me, when I was unemployed, I was trying to fake date or whatever. And then when somebody would ask me where I work, I felt disrespected. Like, I don't have a job. Like, so I can't understand fathom how someone who's unemployed could really want to date. And it was to the point I was like, I'm done. Like, I'm focusing on getting a job, because I hated when I would get asked that question and I really didn't have a job. Like, it just hurts. It just sucks. But for guys, they be like, yeah, I'm doing a little this, a little that. Or they lie. They be like, yeah, I work at blah, blah, blah. That don't work nowhere. What are you lying about? And, you know, for men, I can't relate. I don't know what these females be doing to y'all. And, you know, we all just a work of art. The art is a mess. You ever seen them portraits where they just throw paint, different colors everywhere? That's us. That's a representation of us as a world, as a globe, as America. We just that piece of art that was just paint splattered everywhere. Like, that's what we are. And it's just a reflection of us. Like, it really shows. It really does. And I just, I don't know. But what I do know, when you sum it all up, when you wrap it all up, like I said, this year, guys, y'all need to get a job. I'm praying on it for you. We can pray together that you get a job, you get a career. A female is not a job. She's not a payroll. She's not a paycheck. And you know what? For females too, that is not what a man is. I feel like too, like I said, for me, and I think for other girls, like, we always say we want a guy with money, not because we want to use him and just take everything from him. Maybe some girls are like that, but it's just like, you just want to feel sometimes taken care of. Like, oh, he's going to take care of me. He's going to take me out. He's going to pay for my hair. He's going to pay for my nails. Even though I can do it myself. You feel me? Like, that's just really what we want. But I feel like with a guy, he really be like, I want her to buy me some sneakers. I want her to buy me a video game. I want her to buy me a bottle of Henny. And that's it. Not because they could do it themselves, because literally they cannot afford it. That is just from my experience, because I know I'm going to get a lot of panties tied up in a bunch. But I mean, I say what I say, I mean what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Like, let's talk about it. Like, I mean, that's just my opinion. And, I kicked it off with that because it was just touching my heart. Like, I want us to really just thrive. Thrive is the word of the year. Thrive. We're thriving. We're doing it. We're getting it done. We're not dating brokenness. And for the people who are broke, we're going to get a job. Like, let's talk about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really what it is. And I don't know. I just kicked it off with that topic. I don't know why. I really don't know why. I'm just a unique individual. And that was just what was on my mind. That was what was on my heart. That was what was in my spirit. So, yes, definitely stay tuned. This one was a shorter episode. I didn't want to get y'all too riled up, too quick. But definitely there's a lot to come. There's a lot to come. And I'm super, duper, 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 duper excited. And I want you guys to stay tuned. Keep listening. I don't know how you listen, whether you listen through the podcast, whether you watch via YouTube. Thank you for being here. And I know it's probably 2-3 people who just stuck with me through my whole journey. And thank you for standing by me through everything. And yeah, I will see you on episode number 12. See you guys.